Emergency ambulance transfer caught on camera. The world was left trembling in shock as heartbreaking footage of Oates' emergency transfer surfaced online. What should have been a quiet night outside the hospital suddenly turned into chaos when medics were seen rushing Oates onto a stretcher, his frail body covered with tubes and wires, his face almost lifeless. Fans standing outside froze in disbelief, and within seconds, the reality sank in. Oates' life was in immediate danger. The emergency decision. Doctors inside the hospital reportedly declared Oates' condition unstable late in the night. Despite their best efforts, his body began shutting down, forcing them to make a split-second decision. Oates had to be transferred to another facility with better critical care equipment, a move that highlighted just how dire his situation had become. Eyewitnesses say alarms rang through the corridors as nurses scrambled to gather life support machines and load them into the ambulance. It was not the calm, orderly transfer fans expected, it was a desperate race against time. The ambulance scene. The ambulance bay erupted into chaos as the doors burst open and Oates was wheeled out. Onlookers gasped at the sight, Oates' body hooked up to oxygen, his chest rising weakly, while doctors shouted medical instructions. Oates was right there, his eyes red from crying, begging the doctors to save him, please don't let him go. Fans nearby captured Oates' collapse to his knees, clutching his face in despair. That single moment broke millions of hearts online. The ambulance doors slammed shut. Within seconds, the siren roared to life, cutting through the night as security pushed back the frantic crowd. Fans cried out Oates' name, holding up banners and phones with flashlights shining like candles in the dark. Fans' reaction online. Clips of the transfer spread like wildfire across social media. Hashtags like #PrayForOates, #OatesLifeInDanger, and #StayStrongBoat shot to the top of trending charts worldwide. Comments flooded every platform. Watching him wheeled away like that destroyed me broken heart. Oates' tears broke my soul. He loves Oates so much. God, please save Oates. We can't lose him. The footage was replayed millions of times within just a few hours, every frame analyzed, every second dissected by fans desperate for answers. The mystery surrounding his decline. But as emotional as the transfer was, it left behind unsettling questions. Why did Oates' condition suddenly deteriorate after doctors had initially said he was recovering? Some fans whispered that something didn't add up. Others began sharing earlier CCTV leaks that suggested possible foul play. Theories are running wild. Was Oates' decline purely medical, or is there more to the story? Could someone have interfered with his treatment? The lack of clear updates from hospital officials only fuels the suspicion. Global outpour of love. Across the world, vigils are being organized. Fans in Thailand, China, Korea, and beyond are holding candlelight gatherings, praying in unison for Oates' survival. Online fan groups have launched campaigns with messages like, Oates, don't give up, we're with you. Oates, stay strong, the world supports you. Even fellow celebrities have begun posting cryptic messages of support, further stirring speculation that the situation may be more serious than the public has been told. The final image. The last footage of the night shows the ambulance speeding through the streets, escorted by police vehicles. Inside, Oates' life was hanging by a thread. Beside him, Oates sat crushed, holding Oates' hand even as medics worked frantically to stabilize him. That single image, Oates unconscious, Oates broken, and fans screaming outside, has become the symbol of this tragedy. The unanswered question. Now the world waits for news. The silence from hospital officials only deepens the dread. Is Oates stable? Will he survive the night? Or is this the final battle of his life? One thing is certain, Oates' life is in jeopardy, and millions around the globe are holding their breath, praying for a miracle. Stay strong, Oates. Stay strong, Oates. The world is watching. The world saw the heartbreaking footage of Oates being rushed into the ambulance, but what happened inside those flashing red and blue lights was even more devastating. The battle begins. The moment the ambulance doors shut, the atmosphere turned suffocating. Monitors beeped frantically as Oates' pulse weakened. His oxygen mask fogged faintly with every shallow breath, and the doctors inside began shouting instructions. Increase oxygen flow. Check the 4 line now. Every second felt like a countdown to disaster. Boat's desperation. Sitting in the cramped corner, Boat clutched Oates' hand with both of his, tears streaming uncontrollably. Witnesses say he whispered again and again, "Please don't leave me. Please fight, Oat." At one point, when Oates' heart monitor slowed, Boat nearly collapsed himself, sobbing so hard that a nurse had to hold him back so doctors could work. That moment, Boat's cries echoing against the ambulance walls, has already been described online as the sound of pure heartbreak. The race through the streets. Outside, the ambulance tore through the city, escorted by police cars clearing traffic. Red lights blurred into streaks, horns blared, and pedestrians froze as the siren wailed past. Fans caught short glimpses from sidewalks, filming shaky videos that quickly spread online. The sight of Boat leaning over Oates' body, desperately talking to him, shattered millions of hearts across the globe. Face screaming in fear the near collapse. Halfway through the ride, Oates' condition reportedly worsened. His chest stopped rising for a few seconds, silence filled the ambulance. Doctors immediately leapt into action, performing emergency resuscitation. Boat screamed, covering his face, begging Oates to come back. The monitor flatlined briefly before spiking back, a fragile sign of life. That terrifying moment is now being replayed endlessly on social media clips under captions like, "Oates was gone for a few seconds. The fight for his life is real," loudly crying face. Miracle inside the ambulance. Globe showing Europe-Africa fans in panic. While Oates fought for his life inside the ambulance, outside, fans worldwide waited with their hearts in their throats. Online forums crashed under the sheer volume of prayers, hashtags, and messages. Across TikTok, fans posted candlelit videos, whispering prayers. On Twitter, posts read, "Stay alive, Oates. We need you, broken heart." Boat's cries are haunting me. This feels like the darkest night. Arrival at the new hospital. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, the ambulance screeched into the emergency bay of the new hospital. Doctors rushed Oates out, connected to life support equipment, with Boat staggering after them, barely able to walk from the weight of his grief. Fans watching live streams cried out when they saw Boat drop to his knees outside the hospital doors, completely broken. Security had to pull him up as Oates disappeared inside the ICU. The uncertainty. Now, Oates' condition remains unknown. The ambulance transfer kept him alive, but his body is still fragile, his life hanging in balance. The chilling truth remains, Oates could slip away at any moment. Around the world, millions are united, waiting for updates, praying that Oates survives this battle. The question that keeps haunting fans everywhere is simple yet terrifying. Will Oates make it through the night? The ICU doors slam shut. As Oates was wheeled into the new hospital's intensive care unit, the atmosphere was tense, almost suffocating. Nurses rushed ahead to prepare life support systems, while doctors barked rapid instructions. Time was running out. Boat, still drenched in tears from the ambulance ride, was stopped at the ICU doors. Security held him back as he begged to go in, shouting, "Please, I won't touch him, just let me stay by his side." But rules were rules. Boat collapsed against the wall, clutching his chest as the doors sealed shut, hiding Oates from his view. The critical fight. Inside the ICU, doctors worked relentlessly. Oates' heart rate was unstable, his oxygen saturation dangerously low. Every beep of the monitors was a reminder that he was hanging on by a thread. One doctor yelled, "We're losing him, get the defibrillator ready." Another added, "Keep the airway clear, don't let him crash again." Witnesses claim that at one point, Oates' body jolted as medical staff used the paddles, trying to shock his heart back into rhythm. Boat's breakdown. Outside, Boat could hear muffled shouts and the sound of equipment being moved. Unable to bear it, he dropped to his knees, sobbing uncontrollably. Staff members tried to comfort him, but Boat kept repeating, "It's my fault. I should have protected him. Please save him." Fans later described this breakdown as one of the most gut-wrenching sights of the night. Social media posts showed Boat trembling, hands covering his face, whispering Oates' name like a prayer. Fans react worldwide. The ICU battle wasn't just felt in the hospital, it reverberated around the world. Fans watching live updates began flooding timelines with emotional messages. Boat's screams are breaking my soul, loudly crying face. Oat, don't give up, millions are praying for you. This feels like a nightmare we can't wake up from. Within hours, global hashtags surged, #FightOat, #BoatStayStrong, #SaveOat, millions united in a digital vigil. The family arrives. Later in the night, Oat's family was seen rushing into the hospital, visibly distraught. His mother reportedly broke down the moment she saw Boat, and the two embraced, sobbing together in silence. That image, Boat and Oat's mother clinging to each other, united in grief, has already gone viral, becoming a symbol of just how tragic and human this battle has become. The cliffhanger. Hours passed, but still no official statement from the doctors. The longer the silence, the more anxious fans became. Rumors spread, some claimed Oat was stable, others whispered that he had flatlined more than once. As dawn approached, one terrifying truth remained. Oat's life was still in jeopardy, and no one knew if he would survive the night. Around the world, fans continue to hold vigils, praying for a miracle. Boat, broken yet determined, refuses to leave the hospital door.